Love is eternal. Love is everlasting because it is existential. You question its everlasting nature because you associate it to doing. If love will be an activity, it cannot be forever. For no activity can be unlimited. All actions are done in a time frame and they are limited by it. The state of no action is the point from where you enter into the realm of oneness, from where you get entry into your being. Love is that existential, everlasting fulfillment from where actions arise out of love. Then these actions become expressions of love, but they are not love. Then the actions happen effortlessly for the purpose of sharing as compassion. This is the state of no action, for there is no individual doer. They just happen through you. Actions happening in love are creative in nature. Such actions transcend time and duality, and they are recorded in subtle form in a way that a sensitive person is able to decode it at any time, anywhere. Whatever I am speaking is not only reaching you, but in its subtle form will transcend all time and space, and after several centuries, even ages, any sensitive person will come to know what is being spoken this moment. These are existential mysteries from times immemorial. This phenomena has enabled a guru, a Buddha, and a seeker or a shishya to recognize each other. Those who associate love with the doing and not with the being are the people who are sentimental, and that is a disease. Sentimental people can never be in love. It is these people who, when they love, they go to any extremes in doing, and when they face something that does not meet their favor, they go to the other extreme, withdraw all love, and become enemies. But love has nothing to do with doing. You cannot withdraw love. If it is there for all times. You have to be sensitive, not sentimental. You have to work towards your sensitivity. Today we are so insensitive that we do not feel for anymore. We have no care and concern for others. You have to be sensitive with all your senses, broadening their vista. Not only you have to develop the 5 senses of touch, hear, sight, smell and taste you are familiar with, but also you have to develop your 6th sense, your intuition, your sahaj bodh. Realization is nothing but complete sensitivity, the happening of total sensitivity is the realization. The senses are not only outside, they spread within too, and whatever is within reaches outside also. Therefore, actually, there is no bifurcation, only they become more subtle. If we take up just the sense of touch to see how much it matters to us, we shall see its spectrum. We love the feel of a loving touch. But is it only that? Everything around us is touching us, contacting us, and responding us, but we are too preoccupied to even notice it. Even the inanimate things around us are touching us and affecting us. When we are walking, not only that we are touching the ground is also touching us. But we have never seen things from the other's point of view. Then the subtle things like thoughts and feelings touch us and have their impact on us. Even if we focus on one sense, for example, touch, our sensitivity increases. We have to work likewise on all our senses and most importantly on our intuition, because it becomes all the more subtle. Love is not an individual's freakiness, a fantasy, a fever. It is a happening of the totality, a universal happening, all inclusive. Whether it is the people or objects or the nature, everything is included in that love. Each thought is connected to a network of thoughts and can produce intense results. We live in an interconnected world where everything is interconnected and interdependent. Love between a man and a woman is the greatest challenge. Man and woman represent the extreme poles of duality. So the attraction is also the maximum, and at the same time the challenge is also the maximum. Their energies differ and they are not like the other. Your concern, your care could be coming from feminine energy, its execution from masculine energy. Your thoughts, your reasoning are masculine energy. Your intuition is feminine energy. You have to create a balance in these energies. There is no need to change them. There is need to recognize them and organize them in a way to create harmony. And you have to see it very clearly that life is all about harmony. Whenever there is an effort to change the person, the conflict arises. You don't have to change anyone. You have to accept and respect the other's energy. Now you may say that there are things that bother you. Should you do nothing about it? You have to accept this difference, this inconvenience, and live with it. When you accept and live with it gracefully, you get a solution from within that itself. You have to have concern and care for the other. When you are open to the other, your energies intermingle and gradually a harmony is created. It is often found that when a relationship develops and deepens, when two people have been together for a considerable length of time with mutual acceptance and respect, then their relationship are such that they even become like the other.